Deep thoughts in an Asian squat. Two factors, two traits, two variables that seem to be long forgotten. Hi, little buddy. A dove on the cliff. I've never seen a dove this far down. Hey, are you getting a drink? Are you getting a fresh drink, little bud? Hi. Hi. You can hang out here. There you are. That's a good drink. That's good water. Yeah. I bet that feels good. It's all yours. You have a partner? Huh? You gonna tell her about this place? God, I love doves. All right, so two variables, two traits that are glazed over, not talked about, and they aren't valued enough. No matter what direction you take your understanding of healing or who you employ for guidance, but those two variables are honesty and consistency. I was watching a clip that came across, and it was Tiger Woods, and he's talking about certain things, and everyone has their little sound bites on what it takes to be great and this and that, and he's just like, it's consistency with the stuff that's so boring and in the face of unnoticeable change for years. And that was fucking brilliant. He could be a doctor right now if he desired to do that, just with that sentence right there, where you will make changes and efforts and steps in directions you've never been in before, because you can't be on a path that's familiar. The path that was familiar got you to where you were. So going back on a path that was familiar makes zero sense, and that's all medicine does. They just pick you back up and put you back on the path you were on, as long as you feel better, and then sell you some story after that. But to be able to have consistency, to have trust, faith, and certainty in your own self, that you can make consistent efforts while there's unnoticeable changes going on that might take years. That is a huge certainty. That's not even like possibility. No, that will happen. Now, what's great is the body has proof all around you that it's still doing it for you. There's all this, oh, that's right. I'm going to stay at this. It's a part of your life. It's not destination-based anyway, because once you get to that 2 or 3 year mark and there's a change, you're not done. We now get to use whatever was experienced in that 2 or 3 years, whatever was learned throughout those 2 or 3 years, to then apply to the next level of life. It's all about understanding and experiencing your life. It's not about healing or preventing. That doesn't make any sense. Hi. So honesty and consistency. Where does the honesty come in? Well, your body's telling the truth about how you're living, why you're living, who you are, and it doesn't know how to lie. It's telling you exactly what you need to understand, and it will never lie to you. Imagine if it was lying and attacking sometimes and then telling the truth other times. Just imagine if you're in a relationship where it's like, is this person telling the truth or are they lying? God damn, I can never be at peace. We can never have a meal. We can never make love. We can never dance. We can never share. I don't have any idea who you are. Well, your body is telling you straight up who you are. And your honesty behind your efforts is what's going to have to be seen. For instance, why do you eat vegetables? Oh, it's because I'm honoring the body with the earth and I'm connecting to the energy of the vegetable. And since I go back to the earth, it's basically like I'm consuming and getting ready to be one with the earth to then feed the animals that'll feed on me and perpetuate life. And why are you eating vegetables? Because I'm terrified of sickness and illness and disease that runs in my family, and I had symptoms and I detoxed them with this strict vegetable regimen, and I'm ultimately terrified of all that coming back. That honesty is what's going to have to be seen. The other sound bites and the story, body will tell you to throw that out immediately. Take another one. Why do you train? Oh, I train to stay mobile and to honor the temple that is my body so that I can defend my beliefs and protect Mother Gaia. And why do you train? because I'm terrified of aging. I'm terrified of injuries. I'm trying to prevent aging and injuries. And I read a study that the stronger you are, you forget your traumas. And I've got a shitload of them. And I also saw that the stronger you are, the less likely you are to develop cancer, Alzheimer's, and dementia. That honesty is what your body is responding to, not the first sentence. So again, honesty and consistency. And with honesty, there will be shame and guilt, because that's the point. You're going to realize who you've been and who you were and what you did to yourself and what you did to others and what you did on this planet. You're going to be like, what? That is a part of it. If we can feel shame and guilt, there's a reason we're supposed to feel shame and guilt. So that whole thing is coming along, but the honesty has been beaten out of you because symptoms and injuries have been convinced that something's wrong with you. So you're more likely to find a reason to lie than to be totally fucking honest with how you're feeling and why you're feeling it. Is it your fault? Yes. Is it society making it harder? Of course. Are all forms of medicine making it harder? Absolutely. Are movies and fashion and media and music and medical schools and degrees and churches and all this making it very, very hard to follow that honesty and consistency mark? Absolutely. But that's the point. You're designed for this. You're designed for trauma. You're designed for struggle. You're designed for the hardest things you've ever experienced that haven't taken you out and more. So honesty and consistency in your healing are two variables, two traits that you will have to find. You will have to harness, nurture, and honor. And if you don't, nothing wrong. Just plead ignorance, but own ignorance. Be consistent with ignorant. Be consistent with I know exactly what I need to do. I don't want to do it. Or I don't want to know. I don't want to know what's going on. I don't want to know why my body is expressing this way. I'm not going to ask my partner questions. I'm not going to look into my life at all. I don't want to know. That's beautiful. That is so great and honest, and be consistent with that. But take that and go with it. Stay all in with that. Don't be on this fence of, I don't want to know, but I kind of do. But I don't want to, I kind of do. No, it's all or all. There is no fence. Honesty and consistency. How powerful are those? Boom. Dubs.